Hey, how's everybody doing? I'm shooting this shit handheld. Welcome back to That Podcast here on YouTube. Yeah, another Deadpit Radio Presents DVD, the official retro wrestling review show. Two rednecks, one DVD full of retro wrestling reviews, 10 event reviews from everybody's favorite thrill bills. Retro Wrestling Night, hosted by the creepy Kentuckian. That fat fuck right here is now bald. And Uncle Bill, who I ain't got near as many issues with Uncle Bill. All right, let's see. We got the best in retro wrestling reviews featuring event reviews from NWA, WCW, WWF, ECW, and TNA. Featured on YouTube, the world's most entertaining sport, Dead Pit Radio official video. And what's it say on the back here? Complete retro wrestling night series. We got Bash at the Beach 94, WCW, King of the Ring 95, Uncensored 98, War Games 87, St. Valentine's Day Massacre, Lex Express Tour 93, November 96, Hardcore Beach Blast 93, which I was at, and WrestleMania 993. Special bonus features. Dead Pit Goes Raw, rarely seen short film from July 2010 when Tugboat, CK, and UB invade WWE's Monday Night Raw. Tugboat was what CK always called his dad. Dead Pit's TNA experience, Pikeville, Kentucky, April 2009. It's in English. Hick language. Full frame. Single layer, 2011, Pithead Productions. And what this is, it's just another burnt DVD of their YouTube shit that they sold to people. This came from the CodyLL collection. Cody got pissed off at him after CK kept on calling it titty cancer or something. Cody's like, trying to be nice. He was like, dude, I just lost a really close relative, man, who I love to death from breast cancer. Would you kill it with the jokes? And CK just kept on doing more because he don't give a shit about anybody but himself. I'll say this. I heard CK's changed a little bit since he got married. And the only change I've seen, he has lost some weight. He's gained a lot back. And he's bald. He's shaving his head so you don't want people to see he ain't got no hair on top. And I'm how much older than you, CK? And I still got all my hair. This was just their attempt at trying to get something else out of Dead Pit. It didn't take off. CK tried a couple of wrestling podcasts. They never took off because him and Uncle Bill were okay on this. They were entertaining. Somewhat. But Crater was not entertaining. The Runk, all these people he had, no, Four Horsemen, no balls. Y'all were like the Mulkey brothers. Y'all were the Ding Dongs. Y'all were the Awesome Cons, the big fat guys. Y'all were just not good. It was like, a tag team of nothing but Friar Fergusons and Bastion Boogers. It was like Job Squad. But yeah, this was not good at all. And I'm going to get rid of it. I'm going to throw it out on my wrestling table and just be like, hey, somebody make me an offer on this thing because it's not good. It's not entertaining. You can watch those shit for free on YouTube. You might have taken it down. My 9 knows with CK. This is how greedy some bitch is. All right. When I first started listening to the show, they had this was in 2010-ish. Sometime 2010. They had all the episodes up for download. Well, I listened to one or two. I actually heard it recommended on another show called Dread Media. Listened to one or two episodes. All right, cool. I like this. I'll grab a bunch. I went and downloaded like 50 episodes. The next week's episode, CK's grabbed some. I went and downloaded a whole pile of episodes, balls. I'm going to have to pay a fortune. And somebody's hosting fees and all that, and it costs. He's like, well, I'm about to take down all the old episodes and listen. Y'all can give me $400 a year, boss, for all the downloads. Well, here's the thing. Hosting ain't that much. Even with the show, if they were getting the numbers they were claiming, again, was not that much. So he took them down forever, and then finally, he put them back up. Somebody actually paid the money, put them back up for a little while. Then the lazy fat fuck took them back down, and now you got to pay for the Patreon to get access to them. And just the laziness. The show has went to shit. He ain't even tried doing a wrestling one that I've noticed. It ain't worth watching. It ain't worth listening to. And it used to be a good show, but like their interviews were always good. And some of the reviews were okay. Just they got too full of themselves, especially CK. His head got his ass and his gut. Now, I will throw this out here. Tugboat's mentioned as CK's father. He passed. CK lost his mother and his father a few years ago, and that's when I quit doing Dead Pit videos for all of them already filming. I did not put them up out of respect, for his parents. Hey, don't kick a fat man while he's down. Kick him while he's up. Make him fall back down. His parents just passed. I gave him a little reprieve. Now, would he have done that for anybody else? I doubt that. This is the guy who tried to get Patricia Tallman on the podcast, talked to her agent never got back in touch with him. And then like a couple months later, I find out Patricia Tallman's coming to my local con, Coast Con. This was 2012, 13, somewhere around there. Probably 12. I go, and I went to her table. I actually went to her panel and got to talk to her for a few minutes. Went to her table and was talking to her, getting her to sign my copy of Night Riders on VHS. And I mentioned, she goes, okay, is that the Southern guys? I'm like, yeah, Kentucky. She goes, okay, it's like a heavyset guy and a little skinny guy. I was like, yeah. She goes, I listened, my agent sent me a couple of their shows and I listened to them. And the fat one came off as like very misogynistic and just like hateful. And the little skinny one came off a little better, but he wasn't like, going up on the fat one for what he was saying. She was not even calling fat, the bigger one. So I told my agent, just don't even reply to him. Well, that night, I stayed at my cousin's. I got on her computer and messaged Uncle Bill. I was like, hey, this is what's up. Okay, man, that happens sometimes, blah, blah, blah. The next week or so on these shows, CK went off, we didn't want her on here anyway. Her titties probably look like a bunch of ground beef shoved in a tube sock. I don't get it. What's that have to do if you want her on there? This is Patricia telling me a stunt woman, worked at Ramirez, done all kinds of stuff. Be a great person to get on your podcast. And I'm going to be honest, and sorry if it's a little sexist here, whatever you want to call it, male gaze or whatever you want to call this shit. But Miss Tallman, when I met her, was probably in her late 40s, early 50s, and looked amazing. And I will say her breasts did not look like, now she was dressed, of course, but they did not look like at all like a bunch of ground meat stuffed in a tube sock. So you can't, I bet yours do. Hell, you probably jealous because hers are firmer than yours and stand up. Oh man, I don't know. And then he had the balls to go off on me. Took him forever too. Took him forever, and and then the CodyLL thing. I'll put this out. Cody, let me say after this. We need to talk. And Cody's like, no, there's nothing for us to talk about. I really think CK, I know you probably think this. You think I turned Cody on you? Nope. Cody, I turned on y'all long before Cody did. I just talked to Cody here and there, and long before me and Cody started talking about we talk about 2 to 3 times a month on average. He sent me an email telling me he was tired of y'all shit, especially you, and he gave up on the show and gave up on the forum and never went back. And you ruined that guy for forums. He had such a bad experience, or he's not went to any other forum. And I know he'd love. There's plenty of forums he would love, but all right, Cody, you asked for it. I gave it to you. There is. Oh, that's scary. Creepy Kentucky and Uncle Bill, Retro Wrestling Nights. Anybody out there wants this pile of shit, just let me know. It'll be extremely cheap. Laters.